What's up, team? It's James here. I'm just in the middle of a mountain bike ride, getting ready for Leadville, 100 in 2 weeks. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about mental training. I've had a lot of questions about that in my email. And how do you get mentally tough, and what do you do? And to be honest, it's something that you have to work on, just like swim technique, run technique, bike form, run form, bike power, run pace, all of it. It's a skill set, and I purposely put myself in situations on a weekly basis that improve my mental stamina and helps me to grow mentally. And a couple weeks ago, about a month ago now, I had an opportunity to do a 70-mile mountain ride, or dirt ride. It was on gravel and dirt in the Toughness Mountains here in Utah. 70 miles with 10,000 feet of vert. And my longest training ride to that point was just under 3 hours, because we're building my fitness back up from the 50. And I headed out there and I said, you know what, this is a great opportunity. I don't care about the outcome of this race. This is a great opportunity to test myself mentally and see what I can push my body to do. And so I went out and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go out and try to hold a pace that I can hold for about 2 hours, and I'm gonna see how long mentally I'm gonna allow my body to do that. And 1 hour goes by, 2 hours goes by, 3 hours goes by, 4 hours goes by. I get to mile 59 and a half. And my one buddy in the race, who's a better biker than I am right now, he started 1 minute behind me. And my initial goal actually was to, as soon as he caught me, which I thought was going to be in the first 10 miles, as soon as he caught me, I was going to just hold on to his wheel until I blew up, and just see how long I could do that mentally. Because the reality is you have a safety switch in your brain, and the safety switch goes off and tells you to stop. And when that safety switch goes off, you still have 50-60% left in your tank, muscle-wise, strength-wise. So my goal is to try to hang on to him, when I saw him, and then see how long I could do it for. Well, he passed me at that 59 and a half mile mark, and he was pissed. He couldn't figure out how it took him so long to catch me, and it's because I was doing that little test where I went out at my 2 hour pace and I just held it for 3 hours, 4 hours. And at that mark, my mind had taken my body all the way to my fitness level, and my adductors on both legs started to grab, and I could feel them grabbing, and I was like, okay, I'm in trouble. And it wasn't nutrition. I had nailed my nutrition. I had taken all my sodium and my electrolytes and everything. And David has preached for years, and I'm an advocate of it too, that muscle cramping has nothing to do, or very little to do, with your sodium and your magnesium and your calcium intake, your electrolytes. Those are to help you prevent hyponatremia and dehydration. Key factors. So don't misunderstand me. Still, you need to take those electrolytes. But the cramping that happened is because you've reached your physical capacity, and it's a neurological signal from your brain telling you to stop. And again, that fail-safe is far on the safe side. And so if you can get those muscles to stop cramping, you can push even further. And the way to do it is with acidic acid, which is just vinegar basically, and it's found in pickle juice. And so I've started using pickle juice. I carry it with me, and you can either just pour it out of a pickle canister into a little flask, or you can go to I think it's called picklepower.com, and they'll sell you flasks of pickle juice, and it's actually quite palatable. Anyways, what's in that, I think they don't even understand what they have, because they're like 10 times the amount of electrolytes. Well, it's not the electrolytes that stops the cramping, it's the acidic acid in there that tricks the neurological signal that your brain is sending to tell your muscles to stop cramping. So at the crusher, I didn't have any on me, and so I still had 10 miles to go. And so when my leg started to cramp, I took my hand and I dug it in as deep as I could. I could feel the muscle fibers, and I cross-fibered it as I was pedaling with the other leg. and I'm telling you, it locked up like rock hard. And so I had to get it to release. And it was so painful. And I was like, I am not quitting right now. With 10 miles to go, I'm going to continue my test and try to push. So I dug my hands into my quads and pedaled with just that right leg, and I got it to release. But the negative effect was I got it to release, but because I was pedaling with one leg, it started to cramp. And so for the next hour, and I mean, it was a climb too. We were climbing the whole time. The race finishes with a steep, long climb. So for the last hour, I fought mentally, pushing myself intentionally, getting each leg alternating within about a 3-minute span of each other, from grabbing to letting go, digging in, cross-fibering those muscles. It took me 5 hours and 41 minutes to finish the race, which for a first time, you're with my longest training ride being 2 hours 45 minutes. That was an incredible push for me on that ride. I'm not a dirt rider. I don't have a lot of experience doing it. I'm trying to figure it out now. In 2 weeks, I've got to do 100 miles in Colorado. But what my point is, you have 40% more, 60% more once you hit that. Oh, my body's done. But it's a neurological signal that your brain is sending to your body and telling you to quit. But it's so far on the safe side. I challenge you to push yourself beyond those limits. You have more in you. It is a choice. I've been in situations where it's like, this hurts and I need to stop. But it's not because I need to stop physically, it's because mentally I don't want to feel that way. And so I stop and I say, oh, that's all I had. I hit my wall. The wall is in your mind. You've built up this wall when you hit it. And it's because of a couple things: lack of preparation. You mentally can take yourself to the brink of what you've prepared yourself to do, and then you can use acidic vinegar and your mental strength to bust through that. And so when you think you're done, you're not really done. You're choosing to stop, and you have so much more in the tank. So get after it. Use your mind. Continually train yourself and get more powerful. Guys, I love this team. I am so amped to grow it to the next level. From my heart, I love you guys.